And we are back for another yes episode. Um, it's funny. We were just talking smack right now about the normal smack talking that we see. With that being said, make sure you guys do get yourself protected from the BS out there. Lots of BS. I don't think anything surprises me at this point anymore. There's just so much BS. We'll get
It's not
into
about surprising. It's just everything's a rinse and repeat.
You gotta take a shower sometime.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse.
All right.
and repeat.
So what do you have, Mr. Rinse and Repeat?
Well, hold on. We didn't say Buzz TV yet.
That's what I'm saying. What do you have, Mr. Rinse and Repeat?
Well, I don't have it yet. I'm going to Buzz TV hopefully today. I'm going on to BuzzTVGlobal.com. Well, I mean, that's not the name of the building. Well, it could be. I don't know. But I'm finally going to get my hands on that HD5 that I want to test out because I had got, what was the other one? The AI something. I was trying that one out. I really like it.
This guy?
Yeah, I'm going to go grab that today.
Yeah.
See, the problem with me living so close is they don't mail me nothing. I got to go and get it.
So get yourself your Buzz TV. Buzz TV.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to grabbing that. I want to test it out. I want to see because I'm really curious about that device because that device is, it's a dongle, right? What is this? What is that? Oh, that's the Essentials?
Yeah, the Max.
Essentials Max. I'm curious about the Essentials too because they're a really good entry level for Buzz TV devices. The X5, I have the X5 or 6. They make a 6?
5.
I have it. I have an X5. Yeah, but yeah, I'm super excited to go down chat with the guys there at Buzz TV, BuzzTVGlobal.com. You know what I realized? We haven't made a BS coupon code for Buzz TV yet, and we need to do that.
We need to do that. So make sure you guys do get your Buzz TV. Check the links below. We got you guys hooked up. Get your VPN. Get yourself protected from all the BS. Today's episode called "Started from the Bottom." Now we're here.
We're still at the bottom.
Yeah, we're still at the bottom. We're still making our way. It's been a couple years, but we're getting there.
We're chilling.
So I'm going to open it up, and I don't know if Nexo was going to comment on this or not, but whatever. He's probably going to plead the fifth a couple times. So last night, there's an update on Sinclair, and you know, you go through your typical. If you have an error of some sort, if there's something that doesn't happen, you have your typical steps, right? Clear cache, power down, recycle, blah blah blah. Like what you said, rinse and repeat. We don't need another video of Cody shuts down and how to clear everything. Maybe we do. I don't know. Some people do need help, but I did the normal steps as I've been doing for years and years and years and years. I've probably been around this whole thing a lot longer than all these new APKs that are popping up nowadays, you know? So there's an admin in there that says, hey, did you do this? Yes. And I even stated before I went into the Sinclair thing saying like, hey, there's an update. I've already done all the troubleshooting there is to do. But nothing works. It's not working. It's not letting me update. It says there's an update, but it downloads and it says install or download. I click install, nothing. I click download, nothing. I do clear cache, force close, all that crap, nothing. They're like, well, did you clear cache? I'm like, again, yes. So I was kind of going back and forth, and I was trying to tell this guy instead of wasting my time and wasting his time that I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff. And what I really did not want to do is, you know how you could get those logs if there's some sort of error?
Yeah, the logcat errors.
Yeah. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to. It was too late. Like, you're getting fucked up last night, so you weren't helpful.
Well then, there that bus was awfully quick.
Well, I didn't tell anybody what you were doing. You just self-incriminate. Well, actually, you haven't even said anything either, so don't say nothing.
Who's you? I don't know who you is.
Who's use peoples?
Who's you? Who's you? You
So
and your Asian friends.
yeah. Oh, oh. So I was getting a little bit frustrated and I was kind of being a dick, and I knew I was being a dick. I'm like, dude, are you a bot? I called the guy a bot. I'm like, are you a bot? Is there a real admin here that could help me out? Because I'm not getting any help. And somebody else jumped in. I'll say his name, Aleko, I think it is. He's like, dude, you don't know Jack. You're a complete dumbass, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you don't know who this guy is. He knows everything. He does so much. And I'm just like, you apparently don't know who I am. And the other guy, the guy who was trying to help me, the admin says, so how did you, because I told him, I was like, never mind, I fixed it. And he's like, how do you fix it? I'm like, well, the APK was holding a session because he was saying that I could get it on Google Play Store. I'm like, I already tried that, but it wasn't working. And then this Aleko guy, he says, oh, sure, holding a session, blah, blah, blah. Like he was kind of saying like that's stupid. Like that doesn't say anything. And I'm just like, hold on a second. If you know how to code stuff, holding a session is the same thing. Like, here's the keys to go open the door. It's a basic sentence that people understand what that means. If you're a coder, if you know how to build websites, if you know how to build APKs, if you know how to look into the code and read it, like Linux, sudo get whatever the hell you're trying to do. There's certain basic terminologies. I know you got super giddy when we first started doing Beyond the Streams, and I said GUI.
Gooey.
And you're like, GUI. You were making fun of me for the longest, I think, until I think Tanya said GUI also, and you're like, that's a thing?
Well, because I don't know, maybe I'm a nerd. I always called it like a GUI, but then I started realizing that people said GUI, and then I was like, oh, okay, whatever, fine.
Yeah, a lot of people say GUI. So I said, so okay. So long story short, this is exactly what happened. Because I know people are going to say, well, what happened? How'd you fix it? Because the typical thing is clear cache, clear data, maybe uninstall, reinstall, restart the whole thing. So what happened is after looking at the log, they have Sinclair in the Google Play Store. There is an update within NVIDIA. And it sucks because I can't make these tutorial videos on how to show people how to do it and explain how to fix it because it's, YouTube gets all pissed off, But what happened is after I read the log of what was happening, there was a conflict between Google's
Play services?
Google's Play services that was trying to update the app. Problem is that it was trying to update the app that wasn't from the Google Play Store because originally that's not how it was there. It was in as an APK.
Right.
So what was happening is the APK was trying to download, but the APK saw the app in the Google Play Store, so it was trying to grab that. And then the Google Play Store was like, fuck you, this is not for me. It's the same thing, but it's not me. It's like saying A1 or A2. It's A, but it's not my A,
Is that a Canadian joke?
A. I should have said B. B1, B2.
B12, B12. Everyone needs a B12 shot. Let's go.
There we go. So I was reading the thing and it said it was holding a session. It said session timeout, session error, session this, and I'm just like, oh, it's fucking holding a session. I know what's wrong with this thing. So that's kind of what I told them, saying it was holding a session in error, and that's anybody would be like, okay, that means there's some kind of conflict between something. Something's not talking to each other.
Yeah,
something
it's a background process.
Yeah. See, you get it. Okay, of course, the average bear won't realize what the hell this means, So
the average bear holding a session means a regular Friday night.
His name's Winnie the Pooh.
Not Sinclair, it's the other one.
Yeah. So I tried to explain it to the admin, saying like, if something like this happens, go to File Explorer. You need to find these files. You need to wipe everything out and then just reinstall it. And because it is in the Google Play Store, you have to wipe everything completely out, but you have to go into into File Explorer. because when you delete something, sometimes you don't delete the package or the file or whatever little folder that's
Yeah, they
hidden
have temp
somewhere.
files and shit like that too. Yeah.
Right. You got to wipe it all out, and you have to do it manually. So I tried to explain it to him, and the other guy was just ranting, like just talking smack. And I'm just like, damn. I'm like, all you keyboard gangsters, I would love to see you guys face to face, like, because I would love to see how you would ask me these questions, and then after I explain it to you, look at your dumbass faces to be like, what does that mean? Yeah. So I was kind of like, whatever. So what I did was, again, because I was a little bit of an asshole at first.
I agree. I mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you and I are completely different people. I don't go around being like, yo, you know who you're talking to?
Dude,
that was a little douchebag. I'm just saying,
it was, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if I'm already explaining it to you,
okay, but like, if it was me and he didn't give me an answer that I wanted, sometimes it's nicer not to say anything and wait for someone else to respond.
That's the problem. Every single time I've ever been in that Sinclair group, it's like a fucking cult, dude. An admin will say something, it'll be asinine, and then another admin won't say shit even though they're online. And you could see who's online off of their list.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that they're online looking at you. Could be doing other shit.
No, they're answering other people. I will say, hey, this is happening. I'll get some kind of asinine answer. And then some other admins, and because I've done the same method where I'll just won't say nothing because this guy is fucking clueless. And then good thing for well, I'm not going to say their names or whatever, but there's another group out there that knows Sinclair better than fucking Sinclair, which is ridiculous. But kudos to those guys.
Those guys have been seasoned in. They were. How does Bane say it? They were born in darkness.
Born.
Those guys are members of the community for a very long time. We all know them.
So yeah. So I talk to I anytime I go to Sinclair, I wait about an hour. I get one idiotic answer, and then I'll re-ask it again. And the same dude tries to help me, and I'm just like, dude, there's like other admins here, and nobody else is responding. And it's funny because from the other group, they would be like, hey, Rojas. They'll just answer me in the other group because they already saw me from the other one. And I'm just like, see, that's what's up, man. Like they're actually going out of their way to actually like help, not say something stupid like, well, did you clear the cache? It's like, dude, I just said I cleared the cache. Why are you asking me if I cleared the cache when I told you I cleared the cache? It's like me telling you, for those of you guys listening to this, Next Level is wearing some sunglasses. It's like if I'm going to ask Next Level, hey, dude, are you wearing sunglasses?
Oh, that reminds me of things of grind. Or is this a Grind My Gears episode?
Yes, it's a Grind My Gears episode.
Oh, I had one yesterday. Okay. I guess I'm calling some people out without calling some people out. But you know what really grinds my gears?
Oh, shit,
when somebody shoots me a DM, right? And then they comment in the group saying, I sent you a DM.
Oh,
that's like calling somebody on the phone saying, hey, I'm calling you on the phone. Yeah, I know you're calling me on the phone. I see the DM. Don't message me twice. Stop
that's like somebody calls you and then leaves you a voicemail and say, hey, I just called you and left you a voicemail.
It drives me nuts. I always tell people, don't double message me. Like, I got enough messages to go through. Why are you double messaging me?
And then they text you. And then they text you, hey, bro, did you get my voicemail? Because I also called you.
Let me know if you got this. Stop. Like, for some reason, they think it's helpful. Like, what, am I just going to skip your DM? I always go, okay. If anybody doesn't know, we get a lot of messages. And even if I am going through my messages and I see you message me at that minute, I won't respond. And here's why. I go through my messages from oldest to newest out of respect for the people that message me. So even if I'm going through my messages and I see a new message come through, it's got to wait its turn. I have to respect the order in which the messages come through. So I have lots of people that will hit me up every 30 minutes. Where do you think those messages go?
To the top.
or the bottom of the queue, whichever way you want to put it.
Whichever you want to see it.
So just chill, have some patience, right? Like, look, I've run groups for a long time. I see it from both sides, right? Like, I get it. You, like, for instance, in Rojas' scenario, he wanted help, he wanted accurate help, and he wanted it in an efficient manner. But I've run groups for so long that not people of certain calibers are not always on at all the time. Not dissing anybody. I'm not trying to say that, somebody that wasn't intelligent wasn't online at that time. I'm just saying that there's not people available all the time that have gone through every situation to find themselves in the situation you're in to answer your question. Sometimes you just got to have some patience. Listen, worse things going on in the world than an app not working. Like last night, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, yo, I'm going to go for a walk. And I just looked at the stars. Just chill out. Go look at the stars, go stargazing, check out the moon. I don't know, find your closest body of water, leave the toaster at home, and go chill out.
Yeah. I'll leave that one there. Go chill out.
Leave the toaster at home.
So, for those of you wondering, yes, I did say, do you know who I am?
Yo, when I read that, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm like, you're on your own now.
I was like, and so afterwards, because he started to ask, like, well, how did you even fix it? So then I started to explain to him, and then I was butting heads with some random idiot in there that's clueless where his freaking underwear is at. So I was like, you know what? Let me just delete all my messages that I said, because I was an asshole. And I went up and I deleted everything. And then the admin says, hey, why did you delete everything? And I'm just like, well, I don't want people to look into our conversation like this other guy. But if you need the instructions, message me and I'll send you. I was going to type something up so that way they could put it as a pin post or whatever. So that way you guys could help other people. I'm like, I know I have people that have this app that I'm going to have to send this to, because again, I can't do YouTube videos on how to do this because they might deem it as bypassing something. I'm just like, I'm not bypassing, I'm just updating stuff, but I don't want to mess with that. That's a whole other ball game. So I just wanted to type something up. I want to put a small little blog, throw it out there, and then anybody needs it, there's the instructions. So I see him typing, you know how they show the 3 dots or whatever. I'm like, okay, he's gonna respond saying like, yeah, I'll hit you up or something. Next thing you know, it says you can no longer access this chat group.
And the reason was that he wrote was troll.
He wrote troll? Wow.
I'm not stirring the pot at all.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm trolling because your app don't work and I figured out how to fix it. And you don't know how to fix it yourself.
Listen, sometimes it just comes down to delivery. You could have said it nicer.
I did. I said, hit me up and I'll give you the instructions.
I don't know. I think the atmosphere started off on the wrong planet.
Oh, for sure. I started I started saying my app is not able to update your Sinclair. I'm getting this pop-up that says blah blah blah.
Your Sinclair from you people. And I click install, nothing's happening. I click download, nothing's happening. I already cleared everything. I already restarted everything. And then he starts with, did you clear? And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. That's what triggered me. If I'm already telling you, hey, my cup doesn't have any ice, and you're saying, bro, do you have any ice? Fuck no, dude. I'm already telling you it's not. But hold on. Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate. If we're going to keep going back here, let's backpedal a second, because clearly he doesn't know who you are.
Okay, that didn't happen till like 5 minutes into the convo.
But that was confirmed later, right? Let's just say that was confirmed later. But
that was later.
he doesn't know who you are. How many times have you been hit up where you're like, have you restarted your device? And they say things like yes, and you know they haven't.
Okay.
If he doesn't
Yeah.
know you,
Yes. Okay. I've gone through that before many times, but every time I get approached and asked, "Hey, this is not working for me," that's how the convo starts.
Mhm.
I have a small window of people that will say, "Hey, this isn't working. I already cleared the cache. I already forced stop. I already unplugged my modem and router. I already unplugged my Fire Stick." They already told me everything that they did. I'm like, cool. Have you refreshed your DNS? Have you checked your security features on your route? I go past the steps already.
you pinged your pongs.
Yeah. I already said, I need ice. And when he says, "Do you need some ice?" I'm just like, dude, you're the admin. You're one of the admins, and I'm holy
Okay,
crap.
but like
dude.
sometimes people are a little bit slower to catch up and get to the conversation.
Listen,
Just
we
there's
are
no
in
need- no
we
need
are
to
in
be.
this whole like people are too soft. They're made out of glass that you can't talk smack without hurting people's feelings. Second place is the winner of the whole event. All this bullshit where you have to tread lightly, and there's people over there, and I don't care who I offend, but there's people out there, you peoples, that need those idiotic jobs that just have to push a button because if there's anything of complex, they're clueless, and then you have to freaking hold their hand to do something. Like this is why like my last job that I was at, where I was the director of operations, dude, I wanted to fire 3 people. Hey, don't leave yet. Bro, I wanted to fire 3 people because we hired them to do a specific job, and they were asking me how to do their job. It's like, no, I hired you to do your job.
Well, they just
Do
need to
your
train.
job. I gave them training already. How are they going to still need help after a year being working there?
Well, it's either you okay. You either coach to performance or you coach to the door. So
That-
if it took a year, then you tried to coach to performance, and if they couldn't be coached to performance, then you coach them to the door. Unfortunately, that's how business works.
It's
So
it's
it's
sad,
not a fit
dude.
for everybody. Everybody works differently. Like I remember
I agree.
one of my best friends that I was texting yesterday from high school. We sat down in grade 9 side by side in computer class, and he didn't know how to turn on a computer. Fast forward, this guy is making loads of bread as a boat mechanic.
As a shrimp boat captain.
He's coolest dude ever. He actually transitioned from being a boat mechanic and getting his own shop for vehicles and stuff. But still, like, there's different strokes for different folks.
Dynamite. So yeah, and I'm not trying to like shit talk to people. I get it. Certain people want something very, very simple and easy. Hey, you know what? And I'll be honest, I did not want to be director of operations or manager of any sorts because I cannot have people under me who are just clueless at what they do. And I tell them every time I go interview for something, I ask for monkey work. I'm like, you know what? I'm coming in for an interview as a data and reporting specialist or analyst or whatever the hell you want to ist at the end of that. I want to create your report. I want to give you all the data and you make the decisions. Here is how you do it. Boom. They say, "Hey, I need a report on this or I need some information about this." Here you go. That's me. That's my monkey work. Give me my monkey work. I just go put my head down, work. Here it is. Put my head down. Here it is. The problem with that is that like, and you hear this often. There's people out there that you're just like, how the hell do you have your head screwed on? Like, dude, it's ridiculous. And I don't know. For me, I get very like when stuff like that happens. I have very, very, very little tolerance for that stuff. Especially if you want to say I'm the boss or I'm the manager or I'm an admin of this shit. Like I know how this works. Cool. If you know how this works, and if I'm telling you this, let's just skip the BS and jump to the next step. Why are we going in circles? You know what I mean? But yes, I did say, do you know who I am? Way later. That was like halfway through the conversation when I was freaking irated already at that point. At that point, I was ready to blow this shit up, dude.
I don't know. I always just try to be as nice as possible in every situation.
You could only be, you out of all people could only be so nice at a point.
Well, I'm always nice.
At a point until something gets under your skin, even if you have to close the door to go cuss at your hamburger sticking back there behind you, you're yelling at something.
Yeah, but that's very rare that I get to a point like that. It's very rare. But
It happens.
For Sinclair to get like an app, like Cody shutting down, like I don't know if Cody shutting down would get me there. It would have to be something that's like more on a personal level, not like a first world level.
Well, you're talking about now blowing up. You got mad at people like the cafes or the societies say stupid shit, and you're like, "What the hell is this crap?"
Because that's just because he's
Don't say that's
using his
different.
platform to spread stupidity
So?
amongst the world.
It's not personal though. He's not personally doing anything to you.
He's doing things personally to people that I love.
Oh, you do care. I don't know. Speaking of that,
Oh no, where are we going?
well, I'm not going to go with the society crap. So you had an issue just recently with some of the PlayStations happening around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. when you're sleeping, and you want to cut off internet or you want to cut off
Oh yeah,
his head or whatever.
yeah.
So I got something for you,
Oh shit, what is this?
but that actually means that you might have to review this.
Oh fuck. Cause like I logged into my ISP and like my modem and everything, even my account, and my internet provider gives me no access to do absolutely anything. And I have a business account, right? There is a firewall. I went in and I put in all different kinds of websites, all different kinds of stuff. Doesn't block anything. I Google it, they're like, it doesn't work. And I'm like, so what's the point of having a business account when I can't even control what my employees view on the computer?
Yeah, stupid. Which reminds me, last year we didn't do the care package. This year we're doing the care package. And by the way, big shout out to Preppy Mama for she won the whole freaking chicken wing
Yeah.
football
Are you
league
doing it
thing.
again?
So yeah, we're doing it again. So football season's coming soon, but I have to send out her trophy.
You got her a trophy?
Dude, we said the winner's gonna get some kind of chicken wing trophy, so it's coming.
Oh my god.
But I have something here for you that I hope you do review. I know you're not a YouTuber, even though you have like 30 some thousand subscribers, but check this out. This is called Privacy Hero.
Huh.
You could actually, and this is a Canadian group. They're in your neighborhood. They're actually in the same city as you are, I think. You could have different profiles.
Privacy Hero.
You could have different profiles. You could turn off certain things. You could monitor what devices are in. You could have your internet shut off for everything except for whatever you want. There's a lot of features that you can do. It's a whole home protection from hackers, scammers, advertisers, and all that crap. It has got Wi-Fi 6, a VPN router built for privacy. This thing has a lot of stuff in it. Built for streaming, gaming, device, parental controls, encrypted DNS, and malware protection. No log VPN. Like, dude, it has a lot of stuff on this thing.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll definitely try that out.
So
I'm looking at their website now, but it doesn't say what country they're from on their website, which is dumb.
Canada.
Yeah. Well, I want to know.
They're the ones that brought you the stream locator. Same company.
How do you know they're Canadian then?
because I've already talked to them
Oh,
twice.
oh, fine.
Fine. But yeah, that will probably save you some headache.
Yeah, because it's been a headache, bro. And like, so my first day of summer school was on Monday for my kid,
Oh,
right?
good.
So I pick him up after he's done, and I'm like, "So how was school today?" Right? So, but before I dropped him off, I made sure to tell him, "Bro, you just ruined not your summer, but both of our summers. You think I wanted to be getting up 6:30 in the morning every day for summer? You think I wanted to do that? I didn't want to do that. So it was your
Come
fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Grade A parenting." And
You
then,
people.
and then, so I pick him up from first day of summer school. And I'm like, "So how was summer school?" He's like, "I'm there for like 6 hours and they only give me a 10-minute break." I'm like, "So you like it? It's nice? You want to do it again?"
I'd be like, you know what? Tomorrow you're using your shovel legs.
But hold on, here's the best joke. You ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
So it's math, right? And it's like not the 2-week summer school program. It's the 4-week for people who either are taking it as a new credit or people who got 30% or less.
Wow.
Okay. So then I'm like, "All right, so how's your teacher?" Right? And he's like, "I don't think the teacher understands." I'm like, "Understands what?" He's like, "The math." And I'm like, "What are you trying to say?" He's like, "Oh, there was a question on the board and he put up the wrong answer." And I'm like, "How do you know the answer is wrong?" He's like, "Because it is." And I'm like, "How do you know that the answer is wrong? Because you failed math. How do you know?" Right? And he's like, "Well, everyone else says it's wrong. So how do they know?" Because this is a whole class that's either brand new to it or got 30% or less. I'm like, how do they know?
Oh my gosh. He's like, dude, the whole class said he was wrong.
I'm like, meh. I mean, your credentials and their credentials, they're not really there right now. I kind of trust him
Wow.
more. Sometimes you got to give them a little bit of tough love, right? I'm like, you joke around with them, you make them laugh a little bit. He's older now. He's going to be 15 this year. He should be able to take a joke like that. No,
Started from the bottom and he's still there.
he did good because he was struggling for a lot of things and he has a lot of focus issues. And at one point, he was like hovering of possibly not getting 4 credits in his first year of high school, which is crazy. So right now he's at the point where once he gets his math credit, he's all caught up for next grade. So we've been working really hard just to get him to focus. And I mean, when I say we, I really mean me and him. So wait, me, I really mean me because like I'm logging into all this stuff, making sure because it's different for kids that can't focus. Everyone's got a 7-second attention span. And a lot of times I find him just making the simplest mistakes that causes him to get a 0. Like the most common mistake I would see him make, bro, is him handing in a blank document. When he did the work, he just hands in the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't check it, so he doesn't know, so he gets a 0. So I'm like, if I gotta be the helicopter parent that I literally log into everything you hand in, then that's what I gotta do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been interesting going through this in COVID because my son does a lot better in person. So when he had to actually do the online stuff, it was very difficult for him, but he's coming around. So I'm hoping that next year is better. Hoping. But this privacy hero, I think, is going to be something that helps me keep him on track. I actually logged into his computer in his room and I took away all of his admin privileges. So he can't even install anything.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, I will say when I was a kid, well, when I guess, when I was a kid, when I was in high school, I went through a phase also where I didn't want to do anything. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to, and I think okay, so put it this way. I was a senior during my second semester. And by the way, I did take summer school my sophomore year, my freshman year, my junior year. Every year I took summer school.
I've taken summer school and I've taken night school. Like it happens. I get it. And like sometimes you take it so that you can get a little bit of a breather as well. Sometimes people take it just to increase a mark. Like there's a bunch of different reasons.
My freshman year, I did take it to I only needed, you know how you say like there's like 4 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever it is. So mine was a short one to make up for a class that I failed my freshman year. And they didn't have the other class that I failed, and I had to retake that class my sophomore year. But then the class was full my sophomore year, so I had to wait till my senior year to take it.
Shit.
Yeah. And then so I'm in there with a bunch of fucking 14-year-olds. So the second half of summer, my freshman year, I took an enrichment class. I took just a bonus class, you know. And then and my sophomore year, junior year, I had to take summer school because I was stupid. But my senior year, bro, second semester, half of my classes were for my sophomore year. I was in class with my little sister.
But don't you need those as prerequisites for the other courses?
Yeah.
What?
They had no room for me to retake them during summer or retake them the following year. And then instead of me getting behind big, because I would have been, the way they said it was if I had to make up that class, I would get so far behind to the point that I would be a 5-year senior.
Okay, but like, look, if they had no room and they put you into the next class, and if you pass the next class, they should give you both credits.
They
Why
should.
make you retake some bullshit that's the basics of the advanced shit that you're doing now? Like,
They should.
just wasting my time at this point.
So some of those classes was prereqs and some weren't. One of the classes that I did take that I had to redo was a history class. I forget what history class it was. And I took what did I took a different type of history class my junior year, which I passed. And then they said, "Oh, you don't need any more history classes for your senior year. Oh, wait, you didn't pass second semester from your sophomore year. You got to go back and do that one." Fuck.
It's dumb.
So I was kind of a little bit oh man. So my sophomore year, I screwed up. You needed 2 years of science. My sophomore year, I screwed up the second year of science. And they said that the only way for me to make that class up is for me to take the entire year over again. So instead, I took a chemistry class. Instead of like so you have your basic science 1-2 for sophomores, 1-2 for freshmen, 3-4 for sophomores, 5-6 for juniors, 7-8 for seniors. If you're really good, you could get put into a chemistry class, and then if you're really really good, you get put into a physics class. So my junior year, instead of going into science 7-8, they said I couldn't because I need to redo the second semester of my sophomore year. So they said the only way for me to do that is if I take the entire year all over again. So I said, screw that. Found a loophole. They said if I tested into a chemistry class and passed the test, I could just take chemistry the whole year, and that will make up as my second year of science.
Yeah, but they should have did that with the other freaking courses too.
Right? Right? So I'm here. I took the class. I passed it. And they're just like, okay, you're going to be in this chemistry class. Bro, I was my teacher's living hell. I was literally, it's chemistry. All we're doing is mixing shit up all the time. I was making bombs in there, dude.
There's no need for that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah. I was doing all kinds of bad stuff in there. But the funny thing about it is I passed that class with a 98% because I was just really good at that stuff. And I'm like, dude, this stuff's fun. They wanted to put me in physics the following year. I'm like, fuck that, dude. I'm like, I'm done, man. I'm like, you guys almost kicked me out of school a couple times. You guys almost had to call the SWAT team from a bomb threat.
Ridiculous.
It was all bad. It was all bad. But that's my story.
And I'm sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it. I have no idea how I graduated, but I did. I passed all my classes fair and square.
Look, there's a story about high school and how I got expelled on my last day, but I'm not going to get into that. That I can't put on YouTube right now.
Dang it! You're like,
I mean,
not this
I,
second.
I mean, I probably could, but I mean, it's high school, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
You're like, I don't want.
No,
Well,
it was stupid. I was just trying to sign yearbooks, bro. I swear.
we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
You know, I think maybe I think about this a lot because a lot of what I do is right here. Like this is my battle station, right? I sit here for a long periods of time every day working through everything that I got to get through, and a lot of my work is online. And I often wonder to myself, like, does that give a false sense of security to my kid? Because he sees, oh, my dad can just sit on the computer and be able to afford the bills, be able to pay for the rent or pay for the mortgage or pay for the cell phone bill or buy me food to eat or do whatever the normal functioning human does in a life, right? And
Right.
to somebody who doesn't know the actual work that you're doing and the experience that it's come with, it can look very easy to do what we do. And I often wonder to myself, does that affect my son mentally, giving him kind of a false sense of security? Because not everybody can work from home. Not everybody can, learn to program, or not everybody can um, be good at marketing or accounting or whatever you're doing sitting at a computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think about that a lot.
Yeah. Shit happens. Well, I do need to send you that care package. So we'll see how long it takes to get up there.
Wait, when are we doing that?
I want to send it in August. I've been on this hunt for this trophy thing for a while. So I've been just waiting to get everything. But I know we talked about also doing an episode about like trying different foods and stuff or chips or whatever.
Okay.
So I want to make a list of stuff that we have that I think you don't have, and then we'll send it, and then we'll just try it and see what happens. Do you like spicy stuff?
Not a whole lot. Like, I try to kind of stay away from spicy stuff now.
Gives you gas.
Heartburn, bro. I'm getting older now.
Same thing, gas.
The people are telling me like I got grays coming out of my hair and stuff now. I'm like, leave me alone. Yeah. See?
Nothing wrong with some salt and pepper.
A lot of people say I look younger than I actually am. So, I mean, I guess I'm catching up to my age.
Well, that concludes today's episode.
Oh, okay. All right. Fine. No more BS?
Unless you got another grinding thing to talk about.
I don't know. You know me. I wanted to do it on a live stream.
We could do it live.
I think we should do it on the live stream.
Oh, shit. With that being said, I hope you guys appreciated today's episode. We have a lot of stuff that's coming, a lot of stuff that we like to talk about and discuss. A lot of BS. We haven't done a grinding gears episode in a while, so these are always good little rants just to get off. Leave us a comment, leave us a review, let us know what you think. What is bothering you guys out there? What grinds your gears? If I offended anybody, sorry, not sorry. You know who I am.
If I've ever grinded your, that sounds wrong. Like, have I ever done something to cause you anxiety? And if I have, I apologize. But maybe it's like a cleansing moment in the comment section down below. If you need to cleanse yourself of anything that you've been holding in, do so in the bottom. It's okay. I recently did a survey from YouTube, right? YouTube sent me this survey. They're like, oh, we want to do some surveys with our content creators. That survey, I wanted to punch the person who made it in the face. Like, I'm not a violent person, but I swear to God, they asked me the same question in 10 different times. Like, the same question over and over and over. And then you get to the end, and then it's a list of all 10 questions that they asked you already. And then they had a little thing for you to click boxes. And I'm like, why are you wasting my time? Like, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but YouTube pissed me off.
That was his last grinding the gears moment.
I
Well,
mean,
we appreciate you
I made
guys.
a comment. I said I need more humans and F you Skynet. That was the comment I left them.
Damn it, Skynet.
Anyways,
So, go ahead. What you got?
thank you for listening, watching, enjoying, or not enjoying. I don't care. Another episode of Beyond the Streams. Make sure you leave us a comment in the section below or a review so other people like yourselves can find the content that you enjoy. Make sure that you also come out to our live shows every Thursday, usually around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might actually be doing it around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm thinking, in the summer, just because I'll be home earlier now that my son's in summer school versus regular school. It depends. So somewhere around 2 to 3 o'clock will be the live show. We try to do them earlier so that we can enjoy our day and you guys can enjoy your day. Got to make sure your notifications are turned on so you can catch the show and that you don't miss a thing. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Run, 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 run. Whoop, whoop.